footnotes ever?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, footnotes you have seen, right? Okay.
Mm.
Footnotes. Again, what is footnote? Footnote is related to research, right? So we can, in our intro, we can write about research. Basically, when there is a question, right, you can see
Mm.
what is it that this question is related to. If they are asking footnote, footnote is related to research, right? So in intro,
Mm.
write something about research, and then next heading we can write what is footnote, why is it used, and all that stuff, and then accordingly we can proceed with the answer. Right here, footnotes are related to research, so in our intro we can write about research. That research or a study on anything involves literature review. I cannot simply wake up and then start writing on a certain thing. I will have to read what other people have already written, some books, online materials, and other stuff I would read. That is nothing but literature review. That means some books, articles, newspaper, this, that, whatever literature is available, I would review it. I would go through it, right? So that is a major step which is involved in a research. So research or study on anything involves literature review, where I will try to read all the different, like books or materials which are available on that specific topic, on which, like I'm studying, right? So it involves literature review. Here, a researcher mainly tries to read the existing documents or materials on the topic of study. If I want to study on obiter dicta, I would try to look for articles on that topic. I would try to read books where this topic is mentioned. Why I will do that? I will do that to get some idea on how to go about the study. To get an idea
Mm.
how I can write a good assignment, how I can prepare a good assignment on this particular topic, right? For that, I would study. However, copying someone else's work or taking references without giving due credit is considered to be unethical. I cannot simply copy what someone else has written. I need to acknowledge. I need to give credit to that person only. And it otherwise it will be called as plagiarism. This part I think is same with citation, that I need
Citation, ma'am.
give credit to the other person, right? If I'm copying something or taking a reference from someone. So that thing we can mention. That why is it needed that we give footnote? It is because we don't want to make it unethical. We don't want to commit the wrong of plagiarism, but we want to acknowledge that we have taken help from someone else. So that is the reason why we use footnote basically, right? Now, what are footnotes? So you said you have seen footnotes. So what all things are there in a footnote? How basically footnotes are?
Footnotes means there will be one line, madam, and
Hmm.
in the bracket they have written this book name or a book of the name,
Hmm.
or sometimes in the down they will put some star 1, 2, 3. The 1, 2, 3 will be in the end of the page.
Hmm.
End of the page they will be written about the book name.
Hmm.
So this is what I have seen the footnotes.
Yeah. So if you consider like a human body, foot is the last part that we have, right? At the bottom
Mm.
of our foot. So same in a page, at the bottom part, at the last part, we have a note. That is why it is called as footnote. At last, we have that we can read and refer, right? That is nothing but footnote. So sometimes what is footnote we can explain basically. Sometimes while reading a book or an article, we come across little numbers placed at the end of some sentences. There would be little numbers that will be there, and these numbers usually appear as superscripts. So we use this superscript option, and that number will appear and correspond with numbers placed at bottom of the page. Similarly, if here we are writing 1, there is 2, 3. In the same page at the bottom there will be 3 notes, 1, 2 and 3. So 1 note refers to this one, 2 is this one, 3 is the other one. So accordingly it will be there. Next to which appears further information that is both necessary and supplementary. It may be some information which is very necessary, or it may be some information that if you want you can refer. Alright, it is like a supplementary information. Some additional
Mm.
information that are being given. Sometimes this information will come in the form of citations, but sometimes it will simply present additional notes about the topic at hand. So sometimes what we do is citation. That means we refer that this particular topic or this particular paragraph we are taking from this book of another person, right? So here I can put like a citation. I would just go to insert and then I can put like a footnote, right? If I have taken this particular paragraph from some book, I can add like a footnote, right? Footer. I think in references we have. So there we can add it like a footnote, right? See, insert citation. Similarly, we have footnotes also. Insert footnote. When I click here, see, immediately it comes number 1. Here I can write book on so and so. Name of author also I can write, right? So this is nothing but a footnote. What happens? I give an additional information, and when we see here, see this is 1. It is superscript, right? That means this 1 will represent another book. So this is nothing but footnote.
Footnote.
Yeah. So usually this number appears next to, so sometimes this information will come in the form of citation where I am telling the readers that this part I have taken from this particular book or article which I was reading. But sometimes it will give additional information or some additional note. If you are reading some magazine or some journals, right, you would see sometimes what will happen is, take for example, if I have written this particular answer, right, below that my name will be there. Okay, so it will be written as Meenakshi. Now, who is Meenakshi? Right? The readers may want to know. So there will be a footnote given. And then it will be written that who am I, where I am working, where I am studying, right? Those information will be written. That means footnote is given to acknowledge somebody else's work also, or it may contain some additional details or information also, right? My email ID, my contact details may be there, so that if anyone wants to connect with me, they can do that by that information. Sometimes it will be written that, take for example, I am writing on like some apps that are being used in India, and I have said that TikTok is banned in India. But when was it? Why was it banned? By which notification was it banned? Those details I can give in footnotes, so that if anyone is interested, they can go through that notification, that they can read that details. Right? So it can have additional information, or it may be like citation, someone else's work. I'm just acknowledging that yes, I have taken help from that person. Right? In both the ways we can use footnote. Clear, right? This part?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Now there are some examples of footnote wherein all we use footnotes. This basically. Some journals or books mention name of the author and give a numbering after that. Like I showed you, right? It would be written as Meenakshi on top of my name number. What they would
Number.
This number is nothing but a footnote where details of the author like profession, designation, contact details, etc. may be found. Right? Whatever details are there regarding the author, those details will be given there. This is the most common way of using footnote. You would see this in many journals and all that are there. Secondly, so first one is details about author. For that we use footnote. So whatever is made like bold, right? That is the main thing. Details about author is an example of footnote. Secondly, a footnote may be given to maintain an additional to mention an additional comment. For example, while commenting on a book that this book is banned in India, that TikTok is banned in India, what we will do is the author may place a number after that book name. That number will be nothing but a footnote wherein the author may give details regarding when the book was banned and why. Why was TikTok banned? When was it banned? By which notification was it banned? All the details I may give there in the footnote. So it may be details about the author, or it may be like an additional comment also which I am making there. Okay.
Okay.
Next one is while reading a statute or a legislation. That means I am reading a legislation or an act. At that time, often we come across footnotes. Sometimes these footnotes indicate the date when some amendment was made to the statute and the concerned provision was inserted. If we are going through like a legislation, sometimes constitution. Take for example, this is mostly common with regard to constitution. Right? If we are going through a legislation, sometimes we will come across footnotes which are given in that legislation. Now, what are these footnotes? If you see under constitution, right, we have many provisions. Take for example, there is
Yeah, Constitution, yes, Act 19, Acts 2019.
Yeah, so these are what inserted by Constitution 103rd Amendment. That means it was by way of an amendment that this provision was inserted. 97th Amendment, 44th Amendment. That means in which year this particular provision was inserted. Right? So take example, this entire part is as 5, it is inserted, right? This is 6. All those provisions are inserted by which amendment, in which year, right? That information also we may get. That means when reading a statute or a legislation, we may get information regarding some amendment that took place with regard to that legislation and some provisions were added. Right? That is the third example of a footnote. Fourth one is to cite someone else's work. Right? We have already discussed. Right? If I am writing something, it's not like I just started writing it on my own. I would refer to someone else's work. Those work I may cite also. So these are the four main or like common examples of using a footnote. Details of the author, designation, what work that person is doing, where the person is working, contact details and other stuff. Additional comment, I am telling you when this book was banned or when TikTok was banned, why was it banned, by which notification, or it may be some information regarding some amendment that took place regarding a statute or legislation, or to cite somebody else's work, right? That I have written this answer, but while writing this answer, I have taken reference from these 10 different books. I can give reference to all of those, right? So these are the four most common ways of using a footnote. Clear, right? This part?
Clear, ma'am.
Simply you remember these things, whatever is in bold. Okay. Next is different methods of citation. Now we know what is a citation, why we use it. So after that we have different like methods of citation. How do we like use citations or like footnotes, right? So there are different methods of using footnote. To make uniformity in the style of adding footnote, there are some specific style guides that are followed by researcher. There can be book which is being published, but there are 20 different authors who have written one articles there. There can be one magazine or a journal where 20 different authors have written articles. Now, I may give the details in a certain way. You may write it in your own way. Another author may write it in their own way. When a person is actually reading that particular journal, right, that person may get very like confused, right? I may write author's name, then book name, then year, this, that. You may write author's name, then page number, this, that. We may have different ways of writing it, and it will be very complicated and messy. As a result, what happens? To maintain uniformity in style of adding footnotes, there are some specific style guides that are being given. Right? So when some universities would suggest that we are only following this particular style of footnoting. Some journals are that you need to give footnotes in this specific style only, and we should abide by that. Right? So that is why we have different methods of footnote just in order to maintain uniformity with regard to what style we are following. Usually, a journal publisher of a book or university will clearly specify the footnoting style that should be followed by the researcher in submitting the work. I cannot randomly put notes or randomly cite others' work, but it has to be in a certain style and certain order. It will be author's name, comma, book name, comma, page number, year, this, that, it will be mentioned basically everything. I need to do it accordingly. This helps to ensure that different authors of the journal or book are following the same footnoting style and there is uniformity throughout the book. When a reader is reading all those 20 different articles, it becomes very easy for the reader to understand, okay, fine, this is the book, this is the author, this is the page number. I don't need to go through a lot of things or stuff like that. It will be very clear when I know what style is being followed. Some of the most commonly used footnoting styles are MLA, APA, CMS. You can simply remember these abbreviations because that is what is used. Okay, no one says Modern Language Association, MLA, APA, CMS like that only
Mhm.
used. You can similarly remember. Okay.
Mhm. MLA, CMS.
Yeah, MLA to we anyways remember, right? Like in MLA, remember APA and CMS. That's all.
Yeah.
Then, with a conclusion, we can end that research work or scholarly work published by a writer is often referred by other prospective researcher. If I have already done a study on acid attack, tomorrow if you are planning to do a same study on acid attack, maybe you would refer my work also. You would read my article. What have I written? You may refer that. That is the reason why footnoting becomes important. Why? Because when you are reading my article, you will not simply read my article. You will read the footnotes also and you will know that, okay, these are 5 different good books that maybe I can refer. Right? So that is the reason why footnotes become so important because when reading my article, if you write like one paragraph from there, you can see from which book I have taken help in writing that paragraph. Similarly, you can refer that book. Why? Because it may be relevant for you. So that is why we need footnote. Thus, following a proper and uniform footnoting style will save time of the reader in understanding the source that are being cited. Right? Like footnote basically is used so that people know about the citations that we have given. So when it serves the purpose, it is of use, right? I only for the namesake I should not give. It should be of use to other people also. So that is the main reason why we give. Basically, in conclusion, we are just giving our opinion or concluding the entire thing which we have discussed, right? So you can simply write like that. So here, only thing that we need to remember is different modes of methods of citation, MLA, APA, and CMS. Then 4 different examples giving details about author, additional comment, statute or legislation regarding amendment, citing someone
Right,
else's.
somewhere. Mm.
It's very simple. And then what is footnote? You have already seen. You can simply explain. There will be short numbers and all that stuff. So I think this is
Okay.